Hello and welcome to Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. Each week we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. For this video, we are finishing up our look at the Avengers as we look at Avengers Endgame. We will take a look at the movie itself, as long as what is the future of the Avengers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you are enjoying these videos, please do hit that subscribe button. That way you will be notified each time a new video is uploaded. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, this episode we are covering Avengers Endgame. But in this movie, we see Captain Marvel for the first time. And she is known as Carol Danvers, and she was known for a long time as Miss Marvel. She did become Captain Marvel, though, in July 2012 in a series written by Kelly Sue DeConnick. In terms of Marvel's Endgame, the movie was released on April 22nd, 2019, and it is directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. The screenplay, again, by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, and the budget for this movie was $400 million, with a box office return of $2.798 billion. This movie was developed at the same time as Avengers Infinity War, and then the title was revealed during the first trailer on December 2018. Shooting was finally completed, though, in January of 2019. In terms of new additions to the cast, we have Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, and then we have Paul Rudd joining the cast as Scott Lang, as aka Ant-Man. In terms of the plot, after half of all of life is snapped away by Thanos, the Avengers are left scattered and divided. Now, with a way to reverse the damage, the Avengers and their allies must assemble once more and learn to put differences aside in order to work together and set things right. Along the way, the Avengers realize that sacrifices must be made as they prepare for their ultimate showdown with Thanos, which will result in the heroes fighting the biggest battle they have ever faced. So like I said, this was an epic conclusion to the Avengers, and the marketing campaign for this was actually nearly $200 million, and this was the most expensive Marvel marketing campaign. Promotional campaigns included tie-ins with Stand Up for Cancer, MasterCard, McDonald's, Geico, Coca-Cola, among many others. The movie would go on to overtake Avatar as the highest grossing movie ever. And as they did with the previous film, the Russo brothers wrote a letter to fans asking them not to spoil anything about the movie as part of a viral campaign on the internet. The hashtags hashtag don't spoil the endgame and hashtag Thanos demands your silence were trending worldwide. In terms of the future of the Avengers, in May of 2018, Disney CEO Bob Iger said that they are going to explore other franchises besides the Avengers, but they are always open to coming back to these characters. The Russo brothers would further comment that there were also no plans for any upcoming Avengers movies, but they would be happy to return this world if the right project came about. In terms of their future, some of the characters are living in their own spin-offs on Disney+, such as WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the Marvel What If series, as well as upcoming films that are scheduled for release are Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor, Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Black Panther 2. So even though we won't be seeing any Avengers movies for a long time, the characters are still alive in the cinematic universe. Would I recommend this movie? I think this is a great movie for like an epic conclusion of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in terms of Avengers and Phase 3. It gives that epic feel, and the build up to the final battle is well crafted. The story takes the audience on a journey, giving the characters a chance to wrap up all the storylines of the past movies. Some examples of these are Iron Man wrapping up the storyline with the battle with his father, Howard Stark, and then there's also the wrap up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and there is also the wrap up with Thor and his relationship with his family. Definitely, I like the Back to the Future vibe in these movies, and they actually even make a joke about it, saying like this is just like Back to the Future in terms of the storyline. The final battle feels like a conclusion that has been building since Iron Man, and you get to see each character have their own moment of glory, which I think is really awesome. I also like the girl power scene where Spider-Man is in trouble and they have all the female superheroes kind of lending to back him up. So I think that was a really well addition to the movie. I also like while this may be the conclusion for the Avengers, it does leave open endings for the individual characters for them to continue on their own journey. So overall, I definitely recommend this as a must watch for any Marvel or Disney fans. I think it was a great way to conclude this chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So thank you so much for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. Please leave a comment below of the series of all the films or series that were announced by Marvel Studios. What are you looking most forward to? For me, I'm definitely looking forward to the What If series, and I've heard really good things about Thor: Love and Thunder. So definitely a lot to look forward to. For our next video, we are going to continue with the movies that are featured on Disney Star as we take a look at the 1998 romantic drama, A Cool, Dry Place, starring Vince Vaughn. But for now, I hope you guys have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.